When you travel, your cash isn't your only strictly limited resource. Your daily hours and your physical stomach capacity are finite. That is the core flaw with generic foodie lists. They put grabbing a quick street snack on the exact same level as a 3-hour traditional dining experience. Every time you sit down to eat, you are making a trade-off. You have to choose between the accessibility and comfort of a fast meal and the cultural friction required to get something deeply authentic. Eating abroad shouldn't be treated as a checklist of must-try items. It is a calculated investment of your limited daily itinerary. To make smart choices, we have to strip away the romanticized travel vlog hype and evaluate these famous global foods based strictly on their inputs versus their outputs. This chart maps out that framework. On the horizontal axis, we plot the required investment, cost, time, and logistical friction. On the vertical axis, we plot the output, caloric satiation, and cultural novelty. Together, this forms the Culinary ROI matrix. Applying this matrix empowers you to make confident dining choices aligned with your specific trip constraints, rather than blindly eating out of a fear of missing out. Let's start with Category 1, high-friction, high-reward experiences. These demand significant input for maximum cultural payout. Take traditional Chinese hot pot. You have to navigate complex choices, like a sesame soy or spicy citron broth, and then manually manage an array of raw meats and vegetables right at the table. It provides deep, communal authenticity. But if you are a solo traveler on a tight sightseeing schedule, it is a highly inefficient, time-consuming hurdle. Then there is Southeast Asian durian. Here, the friction is sensory and legal. The odor is so intense that the fruit is strictly banned from public trains, buses, and planes. Navigating that intense logistical annoyance yields a massive cultural payout, particularly when you try it in more accessible formats like cakes or shaved ice. British afternoon tea presents a different challenge entirely: scheduling and financial friction. You are paying a high premium for a highly curated, formal service. The core trade-off here is sacrificing your prime midday sightseeing hours, specifically between 3 and 5 p.m., for a seated historical immersion. And authentic Spanish paella demands geographic friction. To get the true national rice dish, typically made with saffron, rabbit, or duck, you have to travel specifically to the region of Valencia. You cannot treat these Category 1 meals as quick pit stops. They must be explicitly budgeted as half-day itinerary investments. Next is Category 2, low-friction, high-efficiency foods. These are designed to maximize your active daily sightseeing time. Vietnamese pho and Mexican quesadillas are ubiquitous, street-level engines. They provide massive, authentic regional value at almost zero logistical cost. French baguettes offer similarly fast energy, but they carry a hidden variable. Their quality degrades significantly depending on your proximity to early morning local bakeries versus central tourist zones. Contrast those authentic engines with universally accessible, culturally sterile comfort foods like the American grilled cheese. Relying on basic comfort foods guarantees satiation for unadventurous eaters, but it yields effectively zero cultural return on investment. Category 2 foods are essential for protecting your travel budget and your schedule, but over-relying on absolute palate safety wastes valuable meal slots. That brings us to Category 3, the bucket list mid-tier variables. These are geographically famous meals that carry the highest risk of tourist trap degradation. Eating fish and chips by the British seaside epitomizes this risk. Romanticized marketing often masks highly variable, greasy quality battered cod or haddock. Globally ubiquitous dishes like Indian biryani or the Greek salad create a false sense of familiarity, causing travelers to blindly accept subpar, commercialized versions when they finally go abroad. Local realities often clash with those global expectations. Authentic Thai green curry is remarkably less spicy and far fresher than its exported counterparts. Consuming these heavily marketed dishes requires intense pre-trip research to separate the genuine local vendors from the tourist-centric traps. Simply being in the country of origin does not guarantee quality. Without diligent vetting, mid-tier famous foods are the riskiest investment for your budget. This flowchart illustrates the final execution strategy, matching the right global food directly to your immediate travel constraint. If you are a budget or time-conscious traveler, your path goes here. You must rely almost exclusively on street-level local staples to maximize your sightseeing hours while still capturing regional flavors. If you are a cultural optimizer willing to endure high friction, you take this route. You need to explicitly block out half-days on your itinerary to properly navigate the language barriers and etiquette of deeply communal meals. And if you prioritize absolute pacing and comfort above all else, your target is scheduled premium events. True culinary success while traveling is not about checking off every item on a hyped top 15 list. It is about ruthlessly aligning your limited stomach capacity with your overarching travel goals.